One final film before we go, and that is Notes on Blindness.
In Notes on Blindness, it's basically a film where it's sort of it's a hybrid of dramatization and real facts. But basically, it's the audio recordings all made in the 80s by theologian John Hull, an expert in religion, who's basically recorded his own feelings, his observations and experiences as blindness slowly overcame him in a period of years. And that is combined with people playing the characters of John Hull and his wife and people he interacted with to sort of mimic. So like their lip reading, essentially. So a
bit like Drunk History.
A bit like
but not as funny.
But no, definitely not as funny. And basically, they use the audio as a jumping-off point to dramatise the experiences and the tragedy of losing your sight, as you would expect. And basically, I mean, it's a very human film, as you'd expect. It peels back the layers of just what it is. And obviously, blindness is something which is affecting a lot of people. And I think it is a lot of fear. And even people our age will, I think losing your sight of all your senses is the worst. I would much rather prefer going deaf or losing my sense of touch or taste than I would rather going blind. I would rather not speak than.
We've been through this because I asked Joe like would you rather see or hear, and you were like definitely rather be like deaf.
Because I mean that line that's in the trailer where it's just like, I'm slowly starting to lose what my wife looked like, like that's terrifying. Like I think this film scared me more than anything. It's just like. Just you can't even compare what experience this must have been for John Hull. I mean,
because he does sort of outline the whole thing.
Yeah, I know, but you can't even. I mean, it doesn't really dig into the man himself too much. It's rather sort of a broad experience on blindness, but that's probably better because now this can help so you'll sort of understand more than sort of going to John Hull as a person, which some people have criticised because it doesn't go too much into its subject itself, but more about blindness itself, which you've got to give it credit to because it is a tough topic and definitely one that was worth revisiting in such a amazingly detailed and complex story like John Hull's.
Definitely one of the films of the year for me. It's such an odd experience of I don't feel like the film puts you in the shoes of somebody who is blind. I didn't really feel like that, but I certainly in
lots of uses of darkness
and certainly blurred parts of the film. It's one of the best shot films of the year as well. I can't imagine it was very big budget, but it looks like beautiful and really, really gorgeous. Dan Skinner totally inhabits the John Hull. It all looks right. You sort of watch and you think, is that going to be? And it is. It's spot on to match up the audio with the visuals. I think it's absolutely phenomenal. It's such a breathtaking cinema experience. I think it's like Ryan says, very human, and you can't kind of help but just sort of be in complete awe of it. I really liked it. Joe?
Yeah, absolutely fascinating experience in the sense of using different cinematic techniques to kind of. Well, I mean, obviously they're doing I think they're doing a virtual reality thing.
They've been going around the country doing a VR tour, and it didn't come at the time, but we didn't obviously get to go.
But it's use of voiceover and especially the sound design and specifically the scenes with the room, absolutely breathtaking to watch. Yeah, really affecting film, I suppose, in a lot of ways. I overall enjoyed it, I suppose.
There you go. That's the kind of journalism and criticism we got on this show.